So, how's your morning going up till now? It's noontime, and two boys from Brooklyn want to serve you a huge portion of humor for lunch. So, break out the lunch pail or the sandwich you packed, and let Les and Freddie S bring you jokes and nostalgia mixed in with important information about medicine, food, dating, or just the stuff you need to help that bagel go down nice and smoothly. And if you have a story about anything you want to share, a bad date, a movie review, or just the strangest thing that happened to you at work, call in and join the fun toll-free at 1-800-889-0267. Right now, sit back and let's start the lunch break. Freddie S. and Les are ready, so here are the boys.
Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Woo-woo! Is that you?
Yeah, it's me. No, it's not.
Oh.
That is Hump Day. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Freddie S.
And the
New
board
York,
And the Broads.
Atlanta,
Op. The board op.
And the board.
and the
up.
border.
And the
You
broad
know what's
op.
funny? I just to let everyone know, except for you, we are broad free.
That's true.
We got 2 empty seats.
What happened?
We told them to start doing noise. No, I'm only kidding. Dawn had to go do a real job, right?
I don't know what
No,
Dawn's
we don't know
doing.
what Dawn's doing. But I like Dawn.
Maybe she's
I like
watching
Dawn.
us. Dawn, if you're watching us or seeing us or hearing us on amp2.tv, hello.
I think Dawn is delightful.
I think she is too. Yes, I like Dawn because Dawn is real.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that. No fake boobies. I like that.
Right.
I got to look. I have to get serious for a second, and this is no joke. No, serious. I saw something. There are certain things that bother the heck out of me, and if I don't get it off my chest on the air,
Okay.
I want to give my number to make sure everyone see if this bothers them. It's 800-889-0267. One of the things that really bother me are big fat girls that have on the back of their pants that don't fit them. Guess. And inside their belly button, which is huge,
Yeah.
says, "My name is Carissa."
Okay.
Now, does that bother anybody else or just me?
I didn't even understand that.
I don't
whole
either. I'll
analogy.
just smile and.
You've never seen the girls in the mall that have the big bellies?
Yes.
And they have the little belly ring inside?
Uh-huh.
And they think they're as hot as anything?
I say good for them. They're empowered. They feel empowered.
Wait a minute, that's a belly ring? I thought it was a door knocker.
I thought it was on some of them. You got to knock that in to get into Magic Mountain.
You know, seriously, I give them credit because their mirror tells them that they're good looking and they know they
What
look
tells them they're good looking?
their mirror.
Mirror,
You really think so?
Yeah, and because I would never do it. I feel like I'm just as big as they are, and I know I'm not.
Oh, no.
But
You could build a small home on some of their butts.
I understand.
You
that.
have a belly button? You thought I said piercing.
We all have belly.
You have a
buttons.
piercing in your belly button?
I have the only piercings are on my earlobes. I don't
You have
like
tattoos?
needles. No.
Really?
I fainted when I tried to get a tattoo. Everybody knows that story.
Are you bushy?
Am I bushy?
You're bushy in certain places.
Unfortunately, I'm Spaniard,
Australian?
Italian.
So
What?
you got hair in your back?
No, but I have a Spaniard, Italian, Portuguese.
She's hairy.
Yes, that's what I'm saying to
She
you.
has hairy armpits, mustache,
Really? So you got to use a
nostril
lawnmower?
hair.
You people, seriously, I'm not in the mood today.
Okay, the second thing that bothers me is
Yeah.
men with large penises and women that like it. That's the second thing.
I can't help you there, bro.
Does that bother? Well, I can't say it's that bother Freddie. He's freaking Italian and Puerto Rican.
So
He went to settle on himself.
hold it. Why
I've had it
does
all.
it bother you that they like that?
Because
They're entitled to like
yeah,
that.
but
Didn't I tell you that I had a boyfriend that had a huge one and he didn't know how to use it? It was terrible.
How could you not know how to use
He
it?
didn't. He just didn't know
It
how
comes
to.
with instructions. You just got to turn it around.
I mean,
Wait a second,
this
hold
was an award-winning one. Sorry,
Oh, no.
Kyle, but
It's Kyle?
No, I said
Oh.
sorry that I'm talking about this person from the past. He had an award-winning schlong,
Wow.
and I mean the
What,
kind.
he won an Academy Award?
Listen,
Really?
the kind that they should make a mold of for.
Couldn't get enough cement.
But the man did not know how to use it. As big as he was.
Wait a second. All you have to do is,
No.
I don't want to use the graphic. You know what I'm talking about, Freddie. What do you do? There's nothing else to do but like that. What do you do?
He was terrible.
Really?
Well, it doesn't
Terrible.
matter what you do. Obviously, she didn't like it.
Wow.
I mean,
So
when the getting was good, it was good, but he did not last. I'm telling you.
Oh, he couldn't last
Oh,
long.
that's nothing. They take pills for that.
No.
In those days, you
We
know
were in
what?
our early 20s too. I mean, he really
Wow.
did not. He wouldn't even make it in. Is what I'm saying to you. He would just,
Right
everywhere.
away?
Right away.
Oh, I go in.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Yeah, I know they call you the deep sea miner.
Yeah, that's right. When I go like this, I sing, "Someone's knocking at your door.
You know,
Somebody's ringing that bell."
I can
Do
see
me a
Mr.
favor.
I can see Mr. Magoo over here.
yeah, right.
Mr. Magoo driving his little car. Where do I go? Which way do I go?
So don't feel bad because
Wow.
it's not all it's cracked up to be, is what I'm telling
That's
you.
right,
If you don't have a big one, that's okay. It's what you do with it, and you're.
And let me tell you, before I got married, you know, it's a little different because when you're married, you love your wife and you want
Sure.
to keep her happy.
Yeah.
And I was a killer with my little schlong
Yeah, I'm sure.
because I put a lot of. I was a big foreplay guy.
Yeah, well, that's what
You
we
know,
like.
I did, and I didn't. But let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Have you ever been with a guy that got so excited before he actually did the deed, he already shot his load?
This is what I'm telling you.
That's what he did.
That's what
that
he would
happened.
do.
That happened to me.
Oh, it happened to. Did you ever?
Happens to most guys.
Did you ever not be able to get sexually?
Happened to me.
This
Yeah.
was
Wow,
every
me
time
too.
with this guy. Every time.
Well, it's
And we
time
were
to get a new guy.
well, we were together for a year and change.
This is such delightful lunchtime
I know.
conversation.
Okay, well, I could talk about a hamburger if you want or a hot dog.
Yeah,
but
hot dog.
But these are something that's very
Has this been
important.
bothering you?
Obviously.
a lot?
Well, you know
Obviously.
what? Growing up in this town, I was telling Freddie,
Which town?
South Florida, well, Miami Beach.
Sure.
Growing up in Miami Beach was the greatest place for anyone who grew up in New York to come to Miami Beach when they were younger and live. No one knew what the freak stickball was. I mean, if you said you wanted to play some stickball, you know why? There were no stoops. There's no stoops.
That's
Doc-
true.
Dr. Amy knows sticks, boy. She was telling me she used to play.
Dr. Amy is, I like her.
She's
she
the real
is,
deal.
She is the real deal. And she's freaking cool. I
Ah,
really like
yeah.
her.
I'd love to hang with her.
Yeah, she's,
But even the kids don't know what
No.
stickball is now.
No.
well, if you look in South Florida, you can't go to a stoop and play. It was, remember, we lived in the apartments. You had apartments on the right, apartments in the back. You hit the ball and you played stoop ball and you had the little things. You ever play hockey with the matzo applesauce thing? On top?
No.
Hockey in the streets?
No, but that would have been a good idea.
You know, we used to play hockey in the streets in Brooklyn.
We used to play hockey on the streets with roller skates.
Yeah, right, roller skates.
But we
yeah.
used to use a regular puck.
Oh, we didn't. We used the matzo apple.
then
Remember,
I-
you were richer than me. I grew up very poor.
No, that was the only thing we bought that was regular was the puck. Then we used to make. I was a goalie. They used to put pillows on me.
Oh, God, yeah, I remember.
wow.
Yeah, we used to have the
Baseball catcher's mask.
That's
know,
pretty funny.
Most of my friends were Jewish. We with them. The reason why they used the puck is they didn't care because they were Puerto Rican, they were Spanish. They didn't get hit. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We're getting those jobs anyhow. It doesn't really matter. Is this true? In the culture we have today, when a boy in the Cuban family or Puerto Rican family turns 16, the father takes him to get laid. I could say laid, right?
Yeah, you can say laid.
Gets laid, or fox.
Can I say laid?
Okay.
Can I say
Now,
laid?
in the and also with the women, what's that? Quinceañera.
Quinceañera.
When they get a boob job.
It depends on the family.
If the family has money, the girl. I mean, I've seen girls that were 16 years old with
Yeah.
boobs like crazy, and you look at them, and
The
you can
priorities are really Hispanic girl. I never wanted a quinceañera for one, so I never
Right.
had one. I never had the sweet 16 party, which all my friends had. I just didn't care.
My daughter didn't. My daughter didn't want all those parties. She wasn't into that, Lisa.
Yeah, I wasn't interested, so whatever. And I didn't go to my prom. I didn't care.
Oh, I wait. When the coolest thing that happened when I was a sophomore, and we had this teacher, Mrs. Diamond. She's probably dead by now. If you are Mrs. Diamond, if you're not dead, call us. 800-889-0267.
Okay.
And we had this girl. Her name, I actually remember her name. Her name was Inez. She looked like Marilyn Monroe with that same body. And she came up to me one day. I didn't have a mustache, so naturally, okay? I was sophomore. She said, "Would you like to go to the senior prom with me?"
What?
I got a chubby just looking at her.
Ooh,
I went to the senior prom with her.
you
Did you?
did?
Oh,
She was
yeah.
a teacher?
No, not the teacher. Everyone wanted the teacher. This Miss Diamond was the hottest teacher. So all of us, when she used to walk up and down the thing, we used to put our elbow out so we could, so her ass would hit our hand.
Ah, you guys, that's so cheap.
We used to drop our pencil so we could pick it up.
That's good.
I remember I was a sophomore.
You used to do that. You were
yeah.
a fiend.
Well, it was a business writing class, so you had seniors in there, and you had juniors in there, and you had sophomores in there. And I said to him, and Eric, my friend, I was telling you about. I said, Eric,
And she was curvy,
yeah, it looked just like Marilyn Monroe. She had
voluptuous.
yeah, with knockers that.
Good for her.
Knockers that.
That was the first time I realized that
You were a
something was wrong
psychopath.
because I couldn't get a boner.
Ooh.
Oh,
Wow.
is that what it is? You know, that explains a lot about you.
I have a boner right now.
Oh, good for you.
Well, they probably put a bone in there for
No,
you.
I'm not wearing any underwear, and when my weenie hits against my pants, it starts to get hard.
You're rubbing up against the
Yeah.
table.
Ooh, doing all right. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You know, when I was in the 3rd grade, I was in love with Mrs. Goldstein. So
Mrs.
Miss
Goldstein.
Miss
Third
Goldstein,
grade.
if you're-
I'm going back. Oh, wait, you're going back. Oh, well, you're younger than
Third
me. You
grade.
can go that far.
and Mrs. Goldstein, if you're listening, you can call us too. But
Yeah.
Mrs. Goldstein knew that, this 3rd grader had the hots for her.
Oh, no.
So she had my mother come to school.
Oh, no.
So here I am thinking all these evil thoughts. I said, she's going to rat me out. So she says, I want to have a nice little lunch with your son. Is it okay? In those days,
Did you have to buy?
no, she
Okay.
set everything up. And we had it in the auditorium, and she
Right.
set up a table and all that.
Oh, my
And
goodness.
I'm going to tell you something. I almost fainted.
Oh, yeah.
Just the two of you.
Just the two of us.
Oh, my goodness.
I was a 3rd grader in love with Mrs. Goldstein. But when you saw this woman, she was like a model for hustlers.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Miss Diamond. I said, senior guys. I mean, Diamond must have just graduated college, and she was. I mean, hot lady.
Did Mrs. Goldstein say she would wait for you?
No.
I
That
think
was
Miss
the
Diamond.
beginning and the end.
Was she Miss or Mrs.? Was she a
At the
Miss?
time, I knew her as Mrs. Goldstein. I don't know
Oh.
if she was married.
We-
I don't think she was married. She's put on a lot of makeup, and she had a giant hairdo
Oh, they all had that.
and dresses with big hips.
Oh,
I was
they-
in love. I was like in
Mrs.
love.
Diamond. I have to take my yearbook out and masturbate to her.
That's
Miss-
funny. It's funny how you have gold and diamond. Mm-hmm.
Golden
Is-
Oh
diamond.
yeah, that's right. I remember
Right?
her name. I can't remember. We used to have when I went to Miami Beach Senior High School, so
Yeah.
it was a regular public school.
Oh, I know people that went there.
Oh, I mean,
a lot of
what-
famous
school's
people
still
went
yeah,
there.
Mickey Rourke went there.
I know.
We had a lot of the. He went after me because I was older than him.
Yeah.
There used to be an old beach high, which
Right.
was I can't remember where it was, and we used to all go out for lunch. And when they built a new beach high, they actually had really good food, and we'd still go out to lunch. But the cool thing was they had a smoking section.
Oh, there you go.
So we all sit down there, and we all smoke, and you go over to the
How
hottest
old
girl.
were you?
Well, I was a sophomore, so I had to be 15, 16 years old.
Smoking at 16.
I started smoking at 16.
Come on, everybody's
Yeah.
sucking on a butt.
I didn't do that.
I was telling
I didn't either.
I was telling somebody a story yesterday. They want to know what happened. Growing up in South Florida, there used to be 2 hotels where everyone went. I know you know. One was the Castaways,
Oh, yeah. I love
and then
the
you go to the
Castaways.
Surf Comber,
Yeah, that's right.
and you had all of these, and you could tell which women because you go there long enough, you know which ones lived here, and you didn't want the ones that lived there.
No.
You wanted the tourists
Absolutely.
for 2 reasons: A,
They leave.
and 2, they have a room.
It's true.
Okay. I lived with my parents until they told me to leave.
Like a week ago.
Yeah, there you go.
I tell you something. My father skipped town, went up to New York, and I was left here by myself.
I can see why.
Yeah, no, I didn't want to go. He had people after him because he owed money.
Ah.
So, Dad, if you're listening, yeah, F you. So,
Hey, I got a question for you. What wackiness did you do when you were in New York? Like, for example, in the wintertime when there was snow
Right.
on the ground, my brother had his crew, his boys, and we used to go to Orchard Beach in the Bronx.
Orchard.
in the
Orchard.
wintertime,
In the wintertime.
Yeah, I heard of
there
Orchard
was
Beach,
snow.
sure.
There was snow on top of the sand. You ever seen snow on top
Yeah.
of a sand? The way
It's
it gets like
yeah,
a
we went to
like a
Coney
rock?
Island once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they used to put the beer and the wine. We used to go on the rocks out in now you have me thinking of Coney Island, Orchard Beach, and they used to put the water in there, and I guess it was smoking, getting high, whatever.
Yeah.
You were smoking. You were getting high there.
I mean, but they let me drink beer.
Oh, yeah, beer
I
is
was
good.
young.
Yeah,
I was
young.
But we used to do wacky stuff like that.
No, we used to do. I remember I lived at 805 St. Mark's Avenue in Brooklyn, and the people across the street. I had this long driveway that went down, and when it snowed, we used to get on our sleds and try to time when the car. We used to have a lookout that said when the cars would come. Say, okay, slide now. Soon you'd slide right. The cars would blow the horn and get out and say, "You dumb mother effers!
That's
That's gonna kill
crazy,
you."
Lass.
That is crazy.
I've done crazy stuff, but that's nuts.
Oh, that was the craziest thing I did. I worked in a restaurant up in the Catskill Mountains, and a guy was always giving me trouble. So one day, who worked there, so I said, "You." I dropped his hamburger on the floor. I put it like this. I rubbed
Oh,
it on.
my gosh.
And I said, "Is this
You
well
fed it
done
to him?
enough for you?" He said, "Wow, this is a great burger." I said, "We could open a joint like that." So I saw a guy doing this, and then I met the guy who makes donuts. You know how he put the holes in the donuts?
Uh-huh. I knew it.
Growing up in New York was great, but growing up in Florida, nothing could be growing up when you're a kid. I mean, I was 12 years old when I came here. It was the greatest place in the world.
I hated it.
Really?
You
yeah.
remember?
Oh, greatest place in the world to live.
Hated
You
it.
remember?
Really?
You ever saw in the movies when they had like Underhill, like there's a street here and a street here, and in New York they used to build all these stairs, so you had to walk from
Yes,
the top
yes,
to the
yes,
bottom.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
I remember.
I used to live on Undercliff Avenue, right next to it, on top, and we used to slide down these cement barriers.
Oh, wow.
Jeez.
So if you had the nerve to be the fastest, you used to have the territory rights.
Right.
So my
Wow.
cousin Juji, he's just a maniac.
Juji.
Juji.
Hey,
Jugy. What was his name?
The Jews have names like my cousin was Eugene, Malcolm, they got Juji, Muffy,
Moishe.
Muffy.
That's short for Abdulio.
Yeah, I would call him Juji too, Frank. Yeah.
So he gets a piece of linoleum.
Oh my goodness.
Remember
No.
the linoleum guns? You didn't have that in the Bronx?
No, we had linoleum. Do you know what happens when you put linoleum on cement?
No.
Yeah.
Slips like oil.
Yes.
And Juji went down. Juji went down this hill, bro, down on the cliff. And he was flying so fast that every time he went up in the air, came down. So I said, "How's he gonna stop at the bottom?"
Oh, that's
he
funny.
kept going. He went on the cliff avenue. We found him all the way like this on a tree.
Did he get hurt?
Oh, he was very hurt.
Oh, poor thing.
And he got a flag made with his name on it.
That is funny.
Because nobody was gonna top that, man.
No way.
I could eat now. Look at the food they got out there.
Yeah, they have
Whoa.
a good spread today.
Sure, the Boston. We
We
used to-
have Chef's Kitchen today. It's a
with
smokehouse.
linoleum guns, where it was a block of wood and like 3 really strong rubber bands. And,
Yes, I had those.
Yeah, and you had the nail.
Yeah.
You put the little piece of linoleum in and used to play, but that was a dangerous thing.
Yeah.
But we didn't use linoleum.
What'd you use? Bullets?
They
Nails?
used rocks.
Oh,
What?
shit.
You guys are crazy.
You know,
Did you
understand.
just say the S word?
No,
Oh, okay.
Rocks.
No, never mind.
I said rocks.
Okay, whatever.
I've learned.
When you play Ring Olivio, did they play Ring Olivio with the belt?
No, we played Ring Olivio because where I grew up there were these apartments that had like little patios inside, and we caught the guy, caught Ring Olivio 1, 2, 3. We stuck him in the thing, and another guy had to free him.
Yeah.
Right.
But you didn't play the part where
Ring
the guy,
Olivio.
when they
Yeah.
caught you, they got to whip you with a belt.
No.
Until you said Ring Olivio 3 times. Ring Olivio 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Stop!
That's
Caught
Puerto
Ring
Rican.
Olivio 1, 2, 3. Caught Ring Olivio 1, 2, 3.
I don't know
But
that
they used
one.
to hit you with a belt.
No, we didn't do that. We're Jewish. We don't do those
You're
things.
Puerto Rican. You guys
Puerto
are-
Rican. It's amazing you didn't shoot the guy.
You should see my butt has never been the same. I mean, I got whipped and
So what is
whipped.
this game? I've never heard of it.
You
Ring
play,
Olivio.
like you have like 3 guys on a team, and you got to catch. Everyone runs around catching the other team. You catch him, you put him in this little cage, and now the other guy's got to free him. So now you got to fight with the guy who's guarding the cage. I mean, in New York we didn't have anything to play with. My father gave me a stick. I used it as a gun.
As a horse.
Remember, I used it as a horse. Come on,
I used to do that.
and then you came to Florida, and everyone was tan.
Then you got a coconut.
Well, hold it.
To go with your stick.
I went to Nautilus Elementary Middle School, and the PE we stop and we shake the coconut trees down when they're good, and we crack the coconut. Okay, they showed me how to crack the coconut, and you drink the milk.
Yeah.
It was like a whole different world. I mean, you didn't have any high rises anywhere.
No, you didn't.
You could walk on the beach for miles.
This is
miles.
true. This is true.
Yeah,
I
it-
remember when Aventura was swamp.
That's exactly
When it
right.
was all swamp.
That's
it was
exactly
Still
right.
is.
No, it's not.
You got 3 buildings on
It's
it.
a concrete swamp now.
Yeah, I remember.
But and it was, and you remember Loman's Plaza was
Sure.
first. They were first, and it
First
was a
place
big
was Women's. You're right.
And then they said Macy's is coming, and it was a big deal. And Norton Taylor's coming,
Oh,
and it was
yeah.
a huge deal. My father was invited to all these VIP parties and stuff because he had the credit cards from up north, and it was a huge deal. And now, there is nothing that's swampy there. Everything is paved over.
Aventura now is their own city. They don't belong to
Yes,
anybody.
I know.
Well, Boca was a pig farm, wasn't it?
Where I live was the Everglades. Jacaranda was the Everglades.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
And in the Bronx, it was a pig farm, duck farm. I don't
Was
know if
it?
you. Yeah, it was up there.
Really?
I seen pictures. When you went to New York City, right?
Yeah.
Did you go to the Grand Concourse
Grand Concourse was in the
by
Bronx.
Yankee Stadium? Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Did
we
you go up
we
there?
would go visit people up by 101st on the Upper West Side,
Of Manhattan.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
we would go to Brooklyn.
Yeah, you stayed on the island. Les, you didn't go to Yankee Stadium or the Grand Concourse?
I went to Ebbets Field.
We didn't go to any of that.
I was a Brooklyn Dodgers fan, so my uncle always had tickets because he used to have. Remember those jewelry stores that all the Jewish people owned?
The Diamond District.
Yeah, what was that called? There was a name for that.
It wasn't the
Diamond
Diamond. This Diamond District.
No, it was called. Maybe it was.
Wait, in Manhattan?
Yeah, could be. You might be
Diamond
right.
District.
Wasn't it near the Garment District as well?
Yeah, I think you
It's
might
right
be
next
right.
to it.
Was it like the
yeah.
Flatiron District?
Yeah. You're right. You're
Like
right.
around there, yeah.
I was young.
Yeah. Well, so was I.
And it was. But now the Diamond District in South Florida there was nothing in South Florida. I mean,
No.
when you came to South Florida, all you had no air conditioning.
No.
There was no air conditioning.
It's true.
And you hold on a second.
Hold on to your mic there.
And there were jealousy windows. Remember those windows?
Jealousy windows,
Yeah.
yeah. When that freaking hurricane hit,
Yeah.
whoa.
That was
Did they
crazy.
have buses down here?
Buses here, yeah.
Like up north?
Not as many.
No, not as many.
No.
You see, what happened with South Florida, why radio became so big in South Florida and still is, there was never mass transit here. They couldn't put in any trains underground because we're below sea level as it is.
Yeah.
They tried Metrofail, but that didn't work.
But they have trains now.
Here?
Yeah, but that came in the 80s.
Yeah.
In Miami, they have trains.
It's a tram. It's not really a train. It only goes
The Metro
I
Rail.
take it.
They got the
It's-
Metro
and
Rail.
it's free.
Oh, the People Mover.
People move. Thank you.
That's in
Is
downtown
that what they
Miami.
call it? The People Mover?
The People Mover.
The
yeah.
concept of that was to make it to go all the way to the Palm Beaches to avoid all the traffic.
Yes.
But the
it's true.
graft and corruption guys who came in didn't think they could make a lot of money on that because they didn't want to do it.
It's so funny because I went to DeWitt Clinton High School in the Bronx, and I had to walk a mile to get to the train station.
I walked a mile for a camel.
But I should have had a camel, but it was a real dangerous section. It
Oh,
was right
gosh.
by the highway.
Uh-huh.
So I went on the train one day, and they were molesting this girl on the train. There was a 2 train. No, the 2 train up to Pelham.
Pelham Parkway.
So when I got home and I had to walk back home, I told my parents I'm not going to school.
Oh, God. I don't blame you.
And she said, why? I says, I just ran a mile from the train. They were going to mug me.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was getting books. I couldn't run with books.
Yeah, no kidding.
So my mother moved us. She moved us to the Grand Concourse.
Good for her.
Where I
For your
lived, there was a
safety.
Hebrew school. And my grandfather.
Hebrew school?
Yeah, Hebrews. My grandfather.
What's a Hebrew school?
Where Jews go to learn about who they are.
You go to Hebrew school to find out who you are?
And then
Yeah,
when
I can tell you who you are.
Yeah,
Do
you're
you pay to
religious.
go there?
And my grandfather was very religious.
Well,
2
wait
cents.
a minute. Do you pay to go to Hebrew school?
The Jews make you pay for everything.
Oh, yeah. High
I
holy
could
days
do
you pay
Hebrew
for.
school for free. I'll make a fortune.
Let me tell you something. When you go to make a duty in one of the bathrooms at the
Hebrew
temple,
school?
25 cents goes in,
You have to pay 25 cents to use the toilet?
and 40 cents for toilet paper.
Oh, no.
What kind of place is this?
I'm only kidding.
What is
He's
it,
really
prison?
kidding.
No, I'm only kidding.
But, you know, for high holy days, you got to buy tickets.
Oh,
so-
yeah. You can belong to a temple, and this is what I never understood. You can belong to a temple spending a crap load of money, and then on the high holidays, you got to buy a seat.
Don't you remember the Curb Your Enthusiasm? where
Yes.
Larry was getting scalp tickets. He's like, "What do you got? What do you got for high holy
That
days?"
had to be the best freaking show on TV.
Love that show.
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah, but I didn't understand half of it.
Well, you wouldn't.
Because you're not Jewish.
Remember when he was
Yeah,
with
but
the...
that's not fair.
Wait, remember when he was having sex with the German girl?
Yes.
Do it for the Führer. Do it for the Führer. Do it harder. Harder for the Führer.
Okay,
There
stop
was-
screaming
there was
because
one-
everybody's beginning to look in here.
There was one where he got a
Maniac.
massage and
Oh.
his friend bought him the massage and he wasn't expecting the happy ending and he felt really bad about it.
He didn't get a happy ending?
He got it, but he
Who?
wasn't expecting.
Larry David.
Larry David got the happy ending?
Yeah, he wasn't expecting it.
And when Michael
He
Fox
got
was
he
doing...
got divorced and everything on that show.
Yes,
I
he
didn't think you
did.
I didn't think you get
He
divorced.
moved like 3 times. It was such a great show.
That had to
Brilliant.
be one of the most... Right, you had to hit it right in the head. The most brilliant done show. Because he took the Seinfeld that he created and made it... Because he is really like that, and they say he's like that in real life.
Made it raunchier.
Made it raunchier, but funny.
He's a funny Jewish guy.
Well,
you see,
he
you
was-
should be more like him.
He used to be on Fridays. Remember that show? That show Fridays on ABC?
Yeah.
short-lived
Right.
comedy show. You don't remember this show?
No.
Where were you, on drugs in the 80s?
I don't know. Listen, yeah, maybe. Listen, you should be more a Jew boy.
He's
A
like
Jew.
more interested
Jew
in
boy.
what's going outside.
You wanna stay with the show for another 30
No,
minutes?
I'm watching all the food they're eating there.
All right, take it easy. And I don't want you going out there screaming, "Ew, what's for dinner?"
Oh, the Greeks over there. I'll be able to eat. Hold on.
Hold on.
Oh my God! What?
Unbelievable. He's on the air.
He's jumped
Is
ship.
the beans ready?
He's on the air.
I can't believe
This
it.
guy's unbelievable. He's leaving the show to go eat rice and beans.
This
All
is
right.
too much.
We're gonna take a break.
And we'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Please welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet network that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet television production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes and live streaming, as well as tape productions. Let AMP2 TV handle all of your television production needs. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies, including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's AMP2.tv. Or call them at 1-866-224-5422. That's 866-224-5422.
Have you ever had a business idea that you thought would be a great solution to tough challenges in today's world, but have no idea how to get started? You don't want to waste investment money on ideas that just don't work. Introducing Health and Wealth Seminars, a sophisticated advertising agency with over 40 years in the ad business. What makes Health and Wealth different from other agencies is they fit your product into the public's need. They help put together the strategy of your business before you commit thousands of dollars. And just find out those ideas just don't work. Health and Wealth Seminars carry advertising contracts, radio and television contracts, and even a production service contract that will cover all of your business needs. Call today, 954-303-9563, and let Health and Wealth Seminars carry your business to the next level. The number is 954-303-9563. And remember that what happens when you don't advertise is nothing. 954-303-9563 is the number you need to get your business started in the right direction.
Hi, it's Leah, here to tell you about Dr. Anthony Pinozzo. He's a pain specialist located in southern Palm Beach County, so if you are somebody that you know is suffering in pain, Dr. Pinozzo is the one you guys need to call. And make that call today, because living in pain is no way to go through life. Dr. Pinozzo has been in practice now for more than 49 years. He's treated more than 73,000 patients for pain. He's an expert when it comes to diagnosing the pain, and he has had huge turnarounds. In fact, people with living with scoliosis, he has had nearly a 100% turnaround. Lumbar pain as well. If you've got lower back pain, if you're suffering with migraines or flat feet pain, maybe pain in your elbows, your neck, your shoulders, Dr. Pinozzo can help you. And the greatest thing is he can help you without drugs, without surgery, and without having to go through weeks and months of rehabilitation. Give him a call today. Set up an appointment. It's 561-381-5800. Tune into his show Sundays, 11 to noon.
You're lunching with two boys from Brooklyn who invite you to advertise on the show. Share your good news. Just call 866-224-5422 and get all the information. There are plenty of options, and this could be a great chance to get the word out about your business or service. That's 866-224-5422. Now let's get back to those two boys from Brooklyn.
We're back.
I know, but I gotta wait till he finishes eating his banana because it looks kind of weird.
It does.
It's a real weird-looking thing. You eating your banana on here.
iHeart is celebrating their $20 million, billion loss because of $40 million, so they're getting better.
That's right. They're getting better.
And they have a very big spread out there with pork and chicken, which Freddie and I are going to go over there and
Good
have
luck.
some later. Really?
I got the last of everything.
Wow.
Did you?
It's from Chef's Kitchen. It's Greek has a endorsement with these guys. So that's why.
what we see. We don't have an endorsement
Yeah.
because you killed the gerbil.
Yes, you did. You killed it.
I got news for you. I'm going to fry it up at Frey's house because Puerto Ricans eat gerbils.
Do they?
No.
Delicious.
Do you see? I was watching on the Food Network. What are those other things that your mother used to get? Guinea pigs. You know, big guinea
They do eat
pigs
them.
are big in Puerto Rico.
In South America.
In South America, I'm sorry.
They're
It's the same
huge.
thing.
And
Same
how
thing.
No,
would
it's
you know
not.
this?
Watch it on the food show.
Oh, they cook it?
I saw it on the Travel Channel.
Would you eat a guinea pig?
Probably.
No.
Yeah, I probably would.
Would you?
No.
Now,
I'm a foodie.
did you see the thing now in China where they're
The dogs.
a lot of people? Yeah, did you read that? Oh, how could you eat a
Wouldn't do
dog?
that either.
No, I don't. Not dog.
How about rat?
I seen that too. I wouldn't do that either.
No.
What about spiders
Yes.
and grasshoppers?
Yeah, I can see that.
I've eaten
Wouldn't do that
grasshoppers.
either.
I've eaten grasshoppers.
That's
And
disgusting.
And crickets. Delicious.
I had
Gross. They
I
crunch
had
in your mouth.
Yes.
I had a dark chocolate grasshopper. Absolutely
Delicious.
fantastic.
Yes.
You would know.
Disgusting.
Well, there's this guy who on that shark show, you know, eat the shark or jump the shark, whatever you should do
Shark
with the
Tank?
Shark Tank. Same
Eat the
thing.
shark.
Eat the shark.
Eat the shark. This guy eat anything.
Hey, Ken Harris, get me a plate. So I should tell Ken Harris to get us a plate. What do you think? Okay, so this guy grows.
What is going on?
Hey Harry, he's going to call you soon. He grows crickets.
Just
he-
for consumption.
No, and what he does is he grounds the crickets up into like a flour,
Nice.
and he sells cookies. And the shark
Okay,
guy,
stop, because I'm gonna really
I would do
barf
it.
right
I
about
would do
now.
it.
and the shark guy's, what's his name?
What are you, Mikey? You eat anything?
Mark,
I'm a foodie, bro.
yeah,
Come
Mark
on.
Cuban ate him. He said, "Wow, these are good." I think he gave them money. You can't, of course, you can't tell the difference until it's happening, which is really true. The food sources in this country are dwindling. But here's what I don't understand:
We're eating crickets.
we're trying to populate Mars. Okay, what about under the water, the sea? Shouldn't we be building things under the water?
It's too polluted.
No, but you're going to build these houses like a tunnel. Like you have houses, you live under the sea.
You know, the funny thing is that Mars is such a very tough place to live. Why would you want to put people there?
I wonder if they have Puerto Ricans on Mars.
Yeah, they need to
And
clean
you know,
up. They
I
need
didn't
somebody to
say
clean
something.
up. What?
The white and black chick. What is it? The cookie?
Yeah, cookie.
Chocolate. The white and chocolate.
white
What
and
is
You
it?
know what?
What
You were wrong when you're saying yellow, because yellow is.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna
For
bring
Asian.
up. I can't use yellow
You
because
can't.
it was taken.
You're brown. We're
So,
brown people.
no, we're not brown
You
people
and I-
either
you and
because
I are
that's
brown.
South
I'm not
American.
brown. You're as white. Neither is he.
Doesn't
I
matter.
want off white.
No.
Well, then no one will eat it.
I want a PR color.
You want a
So,
Hispanic cookie?
What's a Hispanic color?
Red.
Really?
Red.
Yes.
A red cookie?
That's an Indian.
No.
Let me ask you a question. Would
That's
you,
burnt sienna.
would you eat a black and white and off-white cookie?
Yeah.
You would. Yeah, you would eat anything.
She'll eat anything this
I got
way.
news. We'll talk after the show.
Oh, shut up.
Okay.
Shut up.
She will eat anything
No, I
edible.
hate rice and beans. I hate.
You're
Love
kidding
rice-
I
me.
hate.
What kind of Puerto Rican are you?
I'm not Puerto Rican.
Well,
I'm
Kyle.
Costa Rican.
Kyle, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm
You're
gonna give you.
Rican.
wait, hold on.
Doesn't make a difference.
I'm
Costa,
gonna,
Porta.
I'm gonna tell Kyle. I'm gonna tell you the best thing to do
Oh no.
to get to Magic Mountain.
Oh God.
I want you to put a belly in her belly button.
Uh-huh.
I want you to put a beautiful candle, and then you could eat by candlelight.
Very good. Very good.
And then make sure you know where your nearest hospital is, because when she goes up in flames,
Well, I
with
got
third-degree burns.
I got news for you. He's gonna go up in flames.
Oh wow.
You like that one?
Yeah, it's very good. Thank you.
I
First of
held
all,
that
you
for a
can't
while.
you can't play that game with Connecticut because she has long hair and she's Australian from the bush.
Well,
I'm not.
She could get rid of the bush.
The bush
can
has
burn
been
up
the
with a
bush has
candle.
been cleared. It's been
Really?
It's been totally cleared.
And there's no fertilizer in there.
You ever seen the movie Scream when he comes in with a chainsaw? You
No.
ever saw that?
I don't watch those movies.
Funny.
No, I don't
You
either.
watch that?
No, do you use it? You use one of those electric razors?
I'm
like
sorry
a
I
shick?
brought it up.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I
Right?
brought it up.
Yeah.
Is that what you use a shick?
I have different techniques and things that I do. Thank you.
Okay.
It's a technique.
It's scorched earth down
Nothing will ever grow there again.
Really?
No, it's not true. It's
Holy smokes.
I'm Hispanic, so unfortunately it comes
Wow.
back. It's like a chia pet down there.
You must be a hairy guy, right? You're hairy.
Oh my God. I go through like buckets of razors.
So do I. This is what I'm saying to you.
Now, here's the thing.
Gotta
Wouldn't you
use
think
nair.
he should shave off the rest of his hair? When he's got the greatest head. Am I right?
Uh-huh.
If he shaved the rest, you would look so freaking cool.
I
think.
don't want to do it yet.
Why?
Because I don't want
Is that you're saving that way?
He's holding on to it.
What do you pay for a haircut?
$20.
You're getting ripped off, man.
Yeah, you are.
care.
I paid $20 for a haircut.
But you guys care so much about shaving this and plucking that. It is what it is.
Is anything growing there, like trees and stuff?
Where?
On your schmecky?
There's no trees growing. I don't got a forest.
You,
It's like she says. What'd you say?
Scorched earth.
That's it.
do you have any back? Do you have any back hair?
Yeah, I gotta take care of that too.
I don't have any hair on my back, any hair on my butt.
Do we get to hear like tropical music when you go down there? Is it like
If you want,
Honey, when I go
can hum
down
a
there,
few
you can hear a lot
bars.
of music.
I can hum a few bars.
He's finally got it. He made it to Magic Mountain.
What is tropical music have to do with anything?
because maybe you have like some kind of 70s porn kind of rainforest
No,
thing
but you
going
know
on.
something? I like the way you're thinking. I'll try to put that
I
into
told you
effect.
his porn name's gonna be Buck Naked.
That's too easy. Too easy.
No,
I'm sure it's been used.
Huh?
I'm sure it's been used.
Yeah.
You gotta do new stuff.
I'm gonna be called Little Jew Boy.
Mike Hunt.
Mike Hunt.
Mike Hunt.
Oh, we used to do that at the Fountain Blue.
Uh-huh.
We would do the. I'd say my name is Richard.
Yes.
Remember
yes,
that Richard
yes.
Hurst? They go,
They did it to me at the bowling alley.
Yeah.
When I used to say, "There's a phone call for
Mike
Right.
Hunt.
Mike Hunt."
Amanda Hug and Kiss. That's
Did you
another
read the
one.
book?
Amanda.
You must have read the book then, The Yellow Stream by I.P. Freely.
I pee freely.
Yeah. Or Antelopes.
I.P. Freely?
Or Antelopes in a Tree by Hugo the Moose.
There's also Hugh Jass. Hugh Jass.
Yeah.
Hugh Jass. Last
Well,
name Jass.
You must have been horrible in the bowling alley.
Remember, the girl who flies plane upside down have crack up.
Confucius
say.
say.
Confucius,
Ooh,
no,
yummy Coke.
Les said.
Lester said.
Itchy butt, you wake up with smelly finger. But anyway,
You've said that one before.
Yeah, it's
Listen,
still funny.
do
You hear that,
you
Harry?
remember? Do you remember? Did you go bowling in?
Yes,
in New York, not down here.
No, yes. I bowled in Long Island. What's the place in Long Island that used to be next?
Strike Kings.
I remember bowling. I can't remember the name. They had hot dogs. It was one of those parks, and they had the bowling alleys in there. I used to go bowling in Brooklyn.
And they came out with synthetic lanes in Atlantic City.
I don't remember that.
So I went down to Atlantic City to bowl with a whole bunch of people, like 50 people.
Right.
We thought we were great bowlers.
I like bowling. Bowling was fun.
And synthetic lanes has no oil in the ball.
Is
The
that what
ball
that
used
means?
to slide off and go in every
Really?
direction.
Is that what
It
that
was
means?
horrible.
Synthetic lanes? I've
It
never
was,
heard
there
of
was
such
not,
me
it
either.
wasn't wood. It was
Yeah,
like
me either.
synthetic.
Oh, never heard of such a thing.
It didn't last. It went by the wayside. But we used to
Bowling
go
was a lot of fun. I remember, even down here in South Florida, it was a lot of fun. But I used to like bowling.
Yeah. Were you a good bowler?
I was like 147 average because I used to also bowl for the B'nai B'rith.
I have the B'nai B'rith
Yeah, it's a Jewish
bowling.
organization.
B'nai
hell is
B'rith
that?
bowling.
It's a Jewish organization. Like,
Did you ever do anything fun not Jewish?
oh yeah.
I mean, you don't like mayonnaise because you're Jewish. Now you're bowling for
I don't-
bowling for Jewish dollars.
I don't have any condiments on my food. I don't
You have
use
any what?
condiments. Is
Yeah,
that
no
all?
condiments.
No, I don't use mustard, mayonnaise. I don't use ketchup.
You're like the plain Jew boy.
No, because it's loaded with so much salt and so much sugar and so much nitrates.
So what's your favorite plate of food?
My favorite plate of food would
Gefilte
be
fish.
branzini fish, which is the most.
That's a fish.
Oh, a phenomenal fish! It's only caught in certain parts of the world, and they fly them down here. And I like
And what's it called? Branzini?
branzini. If you ever see branzini on the menu, you eat it. It's the most.
Is that Jewish?
No, it's just a Jewish fish. Jews did fish.
Oh, I know. Well, Well, what did Jesus do?
Jesus
He
was a
taught
Jew.
you how to fish.
It's the only time Jews had abs.
I know.
Think
his-
about that.
Yes.
Here's what I have this argument with everybody. Jesus was not called Jesus Christ. His real name was Jewish God.
Here we go.
Him and his father are up there now. Jesus is up there with his father, and they know how this world. See, people understand how evolution happened. Here's Jesus and his father building things. Hey, Dad, we got a we got
Are they
a
contractors?
We got a contract for a bunch of chairs, and they rest and they have wine together, and God
Manischewitz.
and God says to Jesus, I got an idea. We're gonna make this horse. We're gonna put stripes on it. What do you want to call it?
Zebra?
A
Yeah,
zebra.
What's a zebra? Did you ever figure out? Think about this. How did we get the names of animals?
I
Yeah, who named the
Think
animals?
about that. Who named the
Platypus?
animals?
I have no
It was
idea.
Tarzan. Because he never
I saw
shaves.
Tarzan last night.
He never
How
shaves.
was it?
It was pretty good. It was a little
He never
long.
shaves.
No, he's fabulous. He's in good shape.
Yeah, but how can a guy like that never shave?
He's lucky.
Now you look at, okay,
He's
you're
British.
right. If you look
He's
at
British.
Does he shave?
Here's a guy that was in the jungle and he doesn't
Doesn't
shave.
use underarm deodorant.
Doesn't use underarm
Hangs out with
deodorant.
apes. He
Yeah.
must smell like hell.
Smells like the apes.
They said on last night's film that it smelled pretty bad.
But he smells pretty bad.
Not the area where all the apes were hanging out.
Yeah, well, him too.
Those weren't real apes.
I know it's CGI. Just play along, would you?
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm
Jeez.
going to play along
Good
with you.
Lord.
Because later on, you got that microphone so close to your mouth, so things must have been bad last night. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, and then Tarzan gets the most beautiful girl in the world.
Yeah.
How can she stand being next to him? The guy must
She's
smell
from
like
the
an
same
ape.
neighborhood. Last night they explained that Jane also was, there.
No, Jane was somebody that was captured, and he took her in to live in the
Not
trees.
in last night's film. No.
Oh, they changed it?
Yeah.
Is it worth watching? Is it worth
I
going?
I thought it was beautifully done.
Yeah, 'cause I
It was
watched
a little long, but
I
Where did
loved
you see it, in the
I love
movies?
Tarzan.
it was a sneak preview. Because that's what I
you
get
go
here.
to a lot of sneak previews.
Because I work here, I don't have the cash money.
As a matter of fact, you went to see the other one, the whatever 2?
No,
The
Conjuring
scary?
2, I did
that
not.
one.
I
You didn't
couldn't
go?
No, because
You're
I
the
had to
reason
work.
I went to see it because you said I'm gonna go see it, so I went to see it.
I didn't go see it.
You got it for free?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Do they play it here or they play it somewhere else?
No, you got to go to the movie theater. We
Was
had to
it-
we had to go to Frank and Del Rey.
Was it busy?
Yeah, it was pretty busy.
Did you take your boyfriend?
Of course.
Wow.
We call it our date night because we're so on the dole that that's what we do.
What does Kyle do now?
He loves me.
Oh, that's how could you not?
I don't think that's what he was asking, but okay. Thank you for giving us
It's
that
called
information.
Nanya business.
Okay,
But she's a nanya.
he's
Yeah.
a hooker. You know what he is? Prostitute.
Listen,
guy.
He is.
He's a
hook-
pimp.
He's a pimp.
Sorry,
Tell
Kyle.
him
Yeah. We're talking
that
a
if
lot
he
about
has
Kyle today.
erectile dysfunction
Well, first of all,
problem,
I met Kyle and I felt he was good to you, and that means a lot to me because
Good.
you're just a nice lady, and he's a great guy. Magic
what are you
Mountain Way.
doing, a PSA?
Yeah,
Listen,
PSA.
Uh-huh.
tell Kyle
If
if,
you
he
want to
has,
meet Kyle,
if he has erection problems,
Yeah.
you take a garlic clove
Okay.
and you chew on it,
Uh-huh.
okay? And I guarantee you that nobody's coming with the 10 feet of him. Because it won't matter that you don't get hard.
What the hell kind of advice is this?
Just giving you a Puerto Rican advice.
It's
If it
Puerto
don't
Rican-
work, leave it alone.
well, hold it. You're a Puerto Rican. How do you
Weird.
last?
Sorry,
long-
Kyle.
How do you last longer than?
You think about the Mets.
I did.
No,
Right.
you would think about Ebbets Field. That must have been like a very
Ebbets
bad
Field.
memory.
What a great place.
You think about sports.
Really?
Yes.
Seriously? But what if
Seriously.
you're going really strong and
You
she's
can't
screaming?
do that. It's all about timing and pacing yourself.
So you could go a long time without Viagra.
3 or 4 days.
3 or 4 days.
God.
You see, the problem
You
is
see this
that
thing here, Freddie? Watch. See how big it is? Watch how it happens when it goes down.
what goes up must come down. You see, but the problem is, let's say,
Good
all you
Lord.
want to do is take care of business and jump on there like a chimpanzee and go home. That's not the way it is.
That's basically it, Freddie.
Well, it's not. You got to stretch it out.
What Howard Stern says, I'm quoting Howard Stern, he says, I pay hookers to leave.
It goes to show you, he must be a fantastic lover.
He always said, know what he always said? He said, I'm the worst in the world.
Oh,
He says, as long as I'm happy, that's all that matters.
That's true. And then he can get anybody he wants.
Yes, he
because
can.
he's the worst in the world.
Did you ever see his new wife, how gorgeous she is?
Is she?
Pretty
Oh,
good looking. She's
beautiful.
always on the Today Show.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Is she?
Yeah.
Why would you marry that?
Why not? He's
Listen,
funny.
You think he's attractive?
I think he's real, and I think his whole "woe is me" thing is, whatever. But I
You think he's real?
He is real.
he's very
Real
real.
why?
One
He's
thing
really
about him
miserable.
is he says exactly what's on his mind. He
Oh,
Exactly.
doesn't
that
care.
doesn't make you real. Like,
no.
he has the power to do that.
No, when he first got started, you talk about it. You talk
Are you
about.
real?
Oh yeah, this is me all the time.
All the time.
All the time. You ask my wife. Someone said I listened to him on the show. Is he
So
like
you
that?
and Howard Stearns have a lot in common.
Except for $500 million $500 million
I
a
think
year.
that's what makes him different from everybody else. He has money. If
500
Howard
You
was
better
broke,
believe it. Yeah.
if he was broke, you think he'd get away with half the stuff he
No.
says?
No, not at all. Not at all.
When they
That's
did
why we can't
America's
get
Got
away-
when they did America's Got Talent, he said, if you want me, you got to move the show to New York, and they did.
Wow.
They moved America's Got Talent to New York because he didn't want to fly to L.A.
Really? I don't think that show was that great anyway.
You know what? There are certain people on that show that are really phenomenal, and there are certain people
There's
on there.
Howard on there? Who else?
No,
oh, you mean the
they
contestants?
got the guy from what's the name of the guy? Simon Cowell now took
He's
his
on
place.
there?
Yeah.
With Howard Stern?
No, Howard's off.
So they flew to New York and he still lost.
I don't watch any of those shows. I don't like them.
I don't like him either. I don't like. Do you think you got talent?
I don't like any of that stuff.
Oh, how was the Bachelorette on Monday? Did you enjoy it?
Yes, I did. I was going to tell you.
Oh, that's right.
They're down to five guys. I'm going to tell you, personally, this girl, to me,
Nah.
that doesn't do it for me.
So I got my feet. So the Bachelorette, folks, if you ever saw Freddie looks like the typical mobster that could break you in half, which he probably
True.
could, and he's watching the Bachelorette.
I know.
Me, I look like a typical Jewish guy that's afraid of his own shadow. And by the way, I really am.
But why don't you watch The Bachelorette?
I think it's a girl show.
It is. That's why I watch it. If it was a guy show, I wouldn't watch it.
Honey, did you hear what he said? And you said to me,
Yeah.
It's a girl show.
I know.
First of all, let me tell you something. The
Yes,
only
Frank.
reason I watched The Bachelorette was because that maniac was going to beat somebody up. After he left, I'm not all that thrilled.
oh yeah,
about
what was that? Was he a white guy,
How did
black
that go
guy?
it. He was a white guy. He was a Marine. He was psychotic.
And he wanted to beat up somebody?
Beat up everybody. Roger, the football player, what's his name from the Packers, brother is on there.
Oh, God.
He's going to win. He's the guy I think he's going to win. But you know something? I sit there, I do some editing.
Aaron Rodgers?
Rodgers' brother. I do some editing.
Aaron Rodgers'
watch-
brother's on
Yeah, and
I
he's
like
a
Aaron
favorite to
Rodgers.
win.
I like Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, I always liked Aaron Rodgers from the first day I saw him as a
there.
quarterback.
I think he's good looking.
He is good looking, and he's talented.
Yeah.
A lot of people say he's a little swishy, but I don't think so.
Oh yeah, no, I don't.
Aaron Rodgers?
I don't get that from him.
I don't know.
But what
But,
happens?
but Sarah, my daughter says, "Do you want me to tape it?" And because I don't get home till 8:30 on Mondays.
Right.
Wow.
She says it starts at 8. She says we'll play it at 8:30, and we go 2 hours,
Nice.
and we watch it. We have popcorn and stuff like that.
That's so nice.
That is nice.
You know, you really have a good life. You're with a great lady. Mm-hmm. You enjoy what you do. I mean, what's better than that?
You
We don't
live
make
in
any money,
Beaucaire.
but we
We
do
don't
have a
make
lot
any
of
money. It
fun.
would be nice to make some money.
You live in Beaucaire. What else do you want out of life?
I
Come
live
on.
in freaking Jacaranda. He lives in Beaucaire.
I'll
live
tell
in,
you what,
I
I'll
live in Las
switch.
Verdes.
I
What?
switch.
With me?
Yeah,
You
you
don't wanna
take it.
live-
You pay all the bills at Beaucaire, and I'll pay all the bills at your place.
Oh, for
But
the
here's
love
the
of
bottom
God.
line: you could afford to pay the bills.
Sometimes
Yeah.
it'll be nice to make some money for a change.
800-889-0267 if you want to sponsor us. Wait,
I tell you what though. Have you ever had lunch or dinner at Beaucaire?
I was with you. I used to have
You
lunch all
keep
the time, and
promising.
we used to do those shows together.
Oh yeah, you were there when the new ones came.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll write you back.
You
can
keep
bring-
promising. You keep promising.
They got a great. I'm telling
We'll
you,
we'll have lunch. I'll bring you guys over.
they got a gym in that place
Uh-huh.
that defies most of the gyms that are out there.
Wow.
I mean, beautifully done, clean. All
the
the equipment.
entrance is beautiful.
Oh, it's a beautiful. Yeah, but
Yeah.
Beaucaire is a beautiful place.
I
It
will
really
go.
is.
You guys will come over. There are people running. Is there a fire drill?
I don't know what the hell's going on
There go
out
the
there.
salespeople.
There
Oh,
are people
there's a-
running out of the
Oh,
building.
it's all a bunch of yentas. Never
You,
mind.
you know where they're running?
Right.
The food's gone.
It's,
Look at
you're
this.
probably
look at
right.
this. Look, they're all fighting.
Oh,
they're
I
all
see
running.
that. What the hell's going on?
We could go now. No one's there. We could.
It looks like somebody has a bloody nose. Is there a fight?
I have no idea. No idea. Anything
a
is
very
possible.
scary place. Look
Not
at this, look
anything
at
is
this.
possible in this place.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
What is it? What is
Look
it?
at this. They're
I
all
hear
running.
it.
Everybody's running.
Oh, good lord. Oh my God, there goes my boss. What the hell's going on?
That's your boss?
What? One of my 5 bosses in
Which
this
one?
building.
Which one?
It was Ethan from promotions. He was running.
I wonder where they're going.
I have no idea.
Well, the theater is that way.
I know, but they're running in the opposite direction. You know what it is? There was something in the food. Told you, don't eat the food.
Maybe they're going to the bathroom.
Everybody. at the
Oh,
same
everybody at the same time?
Yeah, because you know they all ate at the
Co-ed
same time.
bathrooms.
Yeah, you never know.
time. At Jefferson Pilot, when I used to work there, they had one huge bathroom for guys.
Huge.
One. I mean, there was 5 places. So when you at the end of every meeting, you couldn't get up in the middle of them. Someone calling now.
I know, right? What do I do?
I don't.
Put it on. Put it on. Put it on.
Put it on fast.
Could be a client.
If you're a client, please hold on for a second.
We'll get to you in a second. There are people.
Who
running
is
all
it?
over.
Robocaller.
Okay.
What do you mean? 1-800 robocall?
It was a recording.
You should have put it on the air.
No.
You would have answered the question.
You know, folks, it's not like we need the money, but I have no gas.
But we do.
So call us up at 800-889-0267. We'll put you on the show for free and see if you got a little oomph in you. If you got some oomph, we're like crack dealers. We give you the first one for free, the next you pay.
Yep.
Oomph.
Little
Harry,
oomph.
did you hear that? Harry, Lou, Charlie, Bob, the people at 1440. It's Les here, please.
What the hell just happened? Now I gotta go look and see what, because everybody was
Well,
running.
you got to first so we end the show.
Yeah.
True. Well, hurry it up. Just kidding.
We won't be here on
Monday. What about tomorrow? You don't know yet.
What do you think, Freddie? Let's make the decision now. What do you think we should do? I'm playing golf. Why don't you take a day off? You deserve
Yeah,
it.
maybe I'll take a day off.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll
So
play.
if anyone wants to call in Thursday, you should have called in today when you had the opportunity. But we'll be back. We'll be back here Friday live.
You know what I want to start on Monday?
What's that?
Oh, no, on Tuesday. 'Cause
Tuesday.
I want to start a talent search.
Ooh, nice.
Here we
I
go.
think
Here
that
we
we
go.
should air and find. So you think you got talent?
Well, Fred, let me just remind you when we were asking people to bring in food for free and we promote them, that didn't work.
That didn't work. But if you think you got talent and you come on the air and you show us your talent, that might work.
Tell Kendra to come back on again.
Oh, by the way, 4 minutes. By the way,
Oh, Kendra.
Kendra's releasing her album. She's all over Facebook.
it's dropping.
Have you seen it?
No.
What do you mean by dropping?
That's the terminology. You say when your album drops, that means it's coming out on such and such date.
Oh,
It drops.
She
Yeah.
should do good.
Oh, good for her.
You know-
I wish her the best.
You know the one I liked? The blonde you brought in that was a singer.
Kara.
Yeah,
Singer.
Kara was nice. I liked her.
Kara is
I like
doing-
Sarah.
Oh, Sarah. That's another story.
Well,
Sarah
what
was
a-
here Sunday. But
Yes.
Kara did the cover song yesterday.
3 minutes.
Yeah, I like Kara.
Fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to start bringing in people you think you got talent.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're going to put you on. Let me tell you where you're going to be, folks. You're not only going to be on radio here, but you're going to be on the internet, Facebook, LinkedIn. You're going to be on live in New York where they could see you. So if you're good looking, come in. If you're ugly, I don't care if you have talent or not, don't come in.
That's right.
But you got to
But if you got to have a talent.
You got to have a talent. Now, if you're going to swallow a sword, I saw that on TV. Could that be a Las Vegas act 5 days a week swallowing swords?
I told somebody, I told Dawn that you knew somebody who swallowed a sword.
I did.
And she said, what does that mean? I go, well, we'll find out when she comes and
And I know a guy that swallowed, he was swallowing a chassis. He was on America's Got
chassis.
Talent. You know, a big thing, and he was putting that.
Gross.
I know a guy who swallowed a foot. He swallowed a shoe.
I can believe it. How about the guy? Did you see this on?
Taking a weird turn.
This guy ate a car. It
2
took
minutes.
him 1 full year to eat a car. So they asked him how do you eat it. He said very slowly because he was he was able to digest it. He took a.
He's what is going on that you keep looking out the door?
There's
I'm
people
watching
running around this
everybody,
building.
There had to be like a diuretic in the
Oh,
pork.
I know what's going on.
What?
They're having because we had the huge meeting.
Big barbecue.
We had a huge meeting, right? It's a town hall, and it's a meeting. It's all over the country.
Right.
What they're doing is playing games now. That's what's happening.
What
What do
kind
you
of
mean
ga-
playing game?
There's a you know when you look for stuff a hunt.
Oh, not a treasure hunt. Or what is it called?
Yeah, treasure hunt.
No, something
No.
else. Where you give clues for?
Yes, that's what's going on
Oh
right
gosh,
now.
what is that called?
That's why they're
Treasure
running.
hunt.
No.
it's not. It's not. But that's what's going on. That's what's
So
happening.
everybody's looking to see if they find the $500 that's hidden
Probably.
in the building.
Who
It's
knows
probably
what's
under your
going
seat.
No,
Les.
I
It's
think
probably under your seat.
I think what they're trying to do is find that $40 billion.
A fortune? What is it? No, it's not a fortune. Whatever. It's one of those. Doesn't matter.
$5.
Whatever.
Gift card to Starbucks.
Who knows? There's all kinds of gifts.
Holy
I'm sure.
smokes, this is scary. There are people running around.
It's pretty
Oh,
funny.
we're off the air. I got to see this. This is.
No, we're not off the air.
We're
You gotta
not
say
off the
goodbye.
air.
Okay.
Put your bagel away. We will see you on Friday.
Friday, we're going to have a great show Friday because who's coming? Did we have that girl you told me about, the one with the big boobs? Is she coming?
I don't know. I don't know what
We're
you're
going to have a
talking about, but
boobalicious show on Friday.
Yeah,
It's-
boobalicious.
Bring on boobs.
Bring on boobs. He thinks I'm a pimp. Bring on boobs.
Yeah.
I'll
Let me
bring
tell you
fake
something. I get things from Freddie of all the hot girls you could possibly want, but he never brings them in.
Because it's not true. He falls for it all the time.
Yep.
All right, say goodbye, Lester.
Bye, Lester.
All right, we'll see you guys Friday.
Okay, wait a second. Now I got to.
Bye.
Well, that's about it for today's lunch break with two boys from Brooklyn. You're invited to join the break every day, Monday through Friday at 12 noon. So, if you missed some of the good stuff they served up today, there's more coming next time. Bring your lunch and the boys from Brooklyn will bring the smiles. And it's all live. See you next time. Now go and enjoy the rest of your day.